Welcome back everyone to another video here with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with Airbnb, and we're going to talk about not just Airbnb but two other stocks in this video that you want to be aware of moving forward as they're pulling back, and also aware of the performance that they had from 2021 to their all-time highs going into the last several months, and now in 2022, how they've performed since I first mentioned them. But before we do and break it all down, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And if that's something that interests you and you want to get in on early with us every single morning, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us. We're going to jump into it with this video because this is something you definitely do not want to overlook or miss. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations, and it wasn't just the home run of the day, but it was one of the home runs from the weekly watch list. And if you want to get on early with us, we strive for opportunities like these every single week and every single day. Check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the two stocks I mentioned this morning: ABSI, QNRX, and this is when I mentioned QNRX on the weekly watch list back on December 26th. It was all last week's and this week's opportunity. It was near 52-week lows, and I was watching for it to create a bottom and support. So let's go ahead and see how it performed on the daily opportunity and the weekly opportunity. So QNRX was sitting sideways when I mentioned it in the pre-market after pulling back big after hitting 250 and some change. It started pushing upwards, and you could see the volatility all the way up towards the highest point of 25% plus through the bull and bear indicators on Ultimate 42 Vision and the strengths and weaknesses through 42 Vision. Now this is how it performed on the week that I mentioned it. It was sitting sideways, pulling back, had multiple runs of 5 to 15%, and pulled downwards all the way to the 150s and took off to a highest point of 50% plus. So either way, there was an opportunity of 20 to 50%, guys. If you want to get on early with us, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us. Let's jump into these charts. So in this video, I want to share with you guys information and talk about these stocks because I believe there's still opportunity in them, and we're going to be looking for opportunities this year, new ones. And I want you guys to be aware of this because a lot of people think that we're just day traders here in this stock channel, because I talk about the daily opportunities every single day. As you saw, today's home run that I mentioned was from the weekly watch list, and it also was from the daily watch list, and performed pretty strongly in both. And I also talk about opportunities for long-term investors or swing traders. There's an opportunity for every single investor, guys, over at the Discord and Patreon. And you could see I have these pulled up with Ultimate 42 Vision, the bull and bear indicators, and 42 Vision strength and weakness. And you can gain access to that as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicators. And you'll gain access to the daily watch list, weekly watch list, and a community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. So Airbnb was one of the first stocks I mentioned back in May, and this stock was pulling downwards close to IPO pricing, and the lower it went, the bigger the opportunity I saw. And you could see here how it had extreme weakness, went into strength, went up about 20 to 30%, pulled back down, hit lows here of about 130, and jumped up to highs here in November of 212. You would have known about this stock since way back in May 16 of 2021. I posted this at 2:18 p.m. locked in, and that cannot be changed. Airbnb right there, and you could see here how we were looking at it. I was looking at the supports getting back towards IPO pricing, and I was looking at the different analysis ratings and what they were pointing towards. And 240 was pretty high, but it almost reached it, right? It hit 213. So 240 wasn't actually reached, but it broke through the average of 181 and missed it by just a few dollars. That was phenomenal, guys. to actually see this play out and nearly reach almost a 50% to 80% plus opportunity. Now, another stock that I mentioned, and this one actually literally exploded weeks later, actually like days to weeks later, was Clove, right? I talked about Clove in May 16th near its bottom here of about 656. That was the old 52-week low, by the way, guys. That was one of the lowest points that Clove had ever hit in 2021. And nearly just a few days later and weeks later, it started building up momentum, got the bull indicator, and went up from 796 around that bull indicator all the way up towards $28. And from the lows at 656 to 28, that right there is a 400% opportunity, or at least a 4x. So right now, between just Clove and Airbnb, there's nearly 480% of opportunity of possibilities. Airbnb was more of a long-term opportunity. It took a few months. Clove took a few weeks. This was a meme stock. Airbnb was an actual business going public, and it had a lot of potential for the possible reopening eventually, as we saw last year towards the fall, right? Now, the other one here on the list, but let's look at Clove, what I posted about it. This is the area I was at. I was looking for it to possibly break through 708, and if it broke through it, it would retest near the 52-week lows and see what was going on, and it got pretty close to it, right? Now, here you could see as well the 52-week low. I circled it, and we have here Affirm Holdings, guys. This was a spectacular one. This turned out to be a huge opportunity as well. I was looking to see if it broke through $47 or fought through it, and it was around $54 at the time on May 16th. And this is what analysis price targets were sending, right? 78, 93, and I mean, this just blew it away in the charts. And I saw a lot of opportunity, especially since it IPO'd for $49 a share. I thought that anything below that was a steal. Again, these stocks, I mentioned them May 16th, 2021. And let's go ahead and pull up here Affirm Holdings. This is the type of quality that you'll receive by being part of the community, guys. And we look for opportunities every single day, and you'll become part of a growing and learning community of investors. And with 42 Vision, one receives the clarity to be able to see what it is that I see and why I'm watching these stocks, right? So Affirm Holdings hit a low here of $46. Anything below 49 I thought was an opportunity, and a huge one. Now, the stock went from 47 all the way up to 70. That was nearly a 50% plus move. That was not too bad in just a few weeks. Got that bull indicator, consolidated, went into weakness, and when it hit the $54 mark, I saw it as a huge opportunity to rebuy into that dip. Now, the stock got a bull indicator, went up towards the 70s, consolidated, and took off to 100, pulled back, took off to 128. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I caught this one way down here, okay? I went ahead, rebought more. I averaged up and added more to the position. And I got out around the 120s, guys. I did not ride this out all the way because I did see how fast it pulled back from 126 down to 104. And as soon as it hit the 120s again, I got out. It pulled back, and that right there was a huge opportunity that I left behind. But I'm all about locking in profits. But from the lows, right, of $47 all the way up to this point, it was nearly a 300% opportunity all the way to the highest point, okay? 200 here, 350 or more all the way to the peak here of 176. This blew it out of proportion and beyond expectations, and I got out because of the fact that I always remembered these price targets being at around $90 and $70. Anything above that, I honestly was surprised, and these price targets did get upgraded, but even though they got upgraded, I wanted to lock in profits. I think it was phenomenal. After I averaged up, my average was around the 50s, low 50s actually, and getting out at around 120s. That was phenomenal. And when it pulled back and took off again, I did trade it based off of options, but that was just like day trades and small swing trades. I actually bought stocks these 2 times. So this is just one of the weeks from last year. There's plenty of other opportunities that I mentioned that went up 50% plus, 80% plus, 100% plus, and we send out weekly watch lists every single week that opportunities are forming that I believe are worth either a swing trade or a long-term opportunity, and we look for opportunities every single day. So Affirm Holdings was phenomenal. When you put all 3 together, right? Affirm Holdings, and you put together Clover Health, right? How it took off as well. And you put together here as well Airbnb. All 3 together, 80% on this one and about 400% on this one. And Affirm Holdings was about 350% plus. That is a total of possibilities of anywhere from 3x to 8x on the opportunities, guys. And you can also see here how clearly the bull indicators pop up and how fast the bear indicators react. And this has been under a bear indicator since 162 all the way down to the 80s here in just about 2 months. This has been a phenomenal opportunity as well to buy puts, long puts, and maximize on the pullback to catch the dip, because this may have an opportunity to reverse eventually, right? This is being beaten down with the tech sector. So I want to share with you guys these 3 stocks to show you the performance from last year to this year, the quality of information, and that there's an opportunity no matter what type of trader you are within the community and with the clarity in the charts, with Ultimate 42 Vision and the 42 Vision Premium indicators, you will get to understand and see why we see the certain stocks we're watching. We look for daily opportunities, weekly, and long-term opportunities. And all 3 of these stocks right now, where they're at, are presenting themselves as speculative opportunities. That's all they are right now. And I'm going to be looking for the next 300 percenters, 400 percenters, 100 percenters throughout this year. So be aware of that as well. And they're going to be popping up in the weekly watch list eventually. And all 3 of these, like I said, Clover Health, Airbnb, and Affirm Holdings are all speculative opportunities right now, especially as they've pulled back drastically from their highs. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.